Hi friends, Kawa's back again. So I just wanted to show you guys my AR defenses for day 2 of this Astra season. I pushed a little too hard yesterday. I used 200 lift, and then I pushed into, I think, rank 200-ish, and it seems everybody decided to dogpile me all at once. See, you can see here, 17 hours ago, 17 hours ago. These are all 17 hours ago. And this bottom one here is the first day's one. So yeah, they all just dogpiled on me all at once. Like, they were only maybe like a minute or two apart from each other. Maybe no one's gonna attack me for the rest of the season. No idea. I did pretty well though, because I won this first fight, and then I had a chain of wins, and then I have a chain of losses. But because only one matters, I'm pretty good to go. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you guys the defense and make some commentary on it. Okay, let's see. So the team has changed a little since you guys last seen it, which was last week. I switched the map terrain over to the lava one, and then I stuck my team into the corner, so it's a little harder for them to approach. As you can see, the red outline here shows how large of a range my threat range is, and then for them to approach, they have to take a chance at these traps. So it's not that easy to approach my team without taking really big risk. Because if you walk in and you walk, because the only way you can really attack from is here, where the trap is, the lightning trap. You can smite yourself into this lightning trap, but if it's a real trap, then you can't really do anything. Or if you try to come in under here, if any of these traps are real, you're pretty screwed. So I covered a lot of bases by switching it over to this. It looks like it's doing pretty well. But yeah, enough about my team. Or about their team. So it looks like they brought, this is the bonus unit, Winter Cecilia, completely naked, no merges, no stats, no equips, no nothing. So she's just here as the bonus unit. You can see that there's no Nagas. Naga is the mythic unit for Astra season that increases your lift like air does. But yeah, there's no Nagas here, so he's not getting a lot of lift. Okay, and then this one, I don't think Veronica starts with attack speed push 4. I believe it comes from Brave Camilla. But the rest of her kit looks pretty standard, like out of the box standard. But she's light blessed, but he doesn't have a Naga, so it doesn't matter anyways. Actually, are these all light blessed? No. Lucina and Bike here. General new meta, arguably one of the best tanks because of his weapon, Irvine. So for those who don't know, it lowers his cooldown by 1, and then if he takes consecutive attacks, it reduces your opponent's second attack by 80%. And then his second ability that he gained recently is that it reduces the first attack by 40%, and then he also forces you to consecutively attack. Unlike how a regular battle goes, where you attack, he attacks, you attack, he attacks, he forces you instead to attack him twice, and then he gets to attack. So he reduces all your damage, and then because you're attacking him, it lowers his cooldowns, so he can hit you with Aether and blow you up. I forgot that Bike have Radiant Aether. I'm not sure, was that just legendary Ike has that? Not sure. But yeah, this is a very standard build for him. You give distant counter, null C, attack smoke, and quick repulse. I've been told recently that his best IV is actually speed, so that he can actually win speed checks, because his speed is a little low at 29. If you have a speed IV, he'll be at 32 right now. Oh, 31? 31, I think, or 32. And then, with merges, he can easily be in the mid 30s. making him actually able to win certain speed checks. And then Lucina here, because of her new refine, she has become one of the strongest support units in the game, giving you both 3 resist and res when you enter combat for any more or less physical damage unit. And then if your opponent would attack you, you gain an extra cooldown charge. So if they attack you, instead of you only your cooldown going down by 1, it goes down by 2. So it makes her really, really good as a support. And then, with Bike, he'll instantly aether people. Let me make sure I turn on my combat animations for you guys. Alright, let's start this. So, from what you can tell, he looks like he's going to try to end turn my map. Instead of initiating on me, he's going to let me initiate onto him. So this is where it all goes wrong, because I added more teleportations to my map. My arm can teleport from the corner now.
End of the line.
Okay, so here's something very important. His Irvine, which forces people to attack in a different order, is negated by Hardy Berry. You cannot change attack priority when is fighting him. So that's why he wasn't able to switch the priority and then make attack him twice first, reducing damage. And now he's at 1 life. He's gonna die. A terrible death.
Cheer up, okay?
Oh, so also my Azura has the ability to teleport with aerobatics. My Delthea also gets hit by the ground orders, letting her teleport. You would have noticed that I messed up here. I forgot that it was water season, so my infantry pulses got a little messed up. So Delthea did not have an instant Glacies. Instead, now she has Glacies after attacking Bike once.
I'll defeat you.
And here it's just all slaughter because all my units are just teleporting out. Like he picks up like a kill or 2, but in the long run it doesn't matter because he lost so much lift to me already, and there's no way he's gonna kill the remaining 5 with his 2 units. See, one of them is a completely naked unit who is about to get blasted.
Enemies of Tatara.
So she literally survived thanks to the fact that she's a bonus unit. She gets an extra 10 HP and an extra, was it either 4 or 5 to her stats? So if she didn't have either of those, she would have died. Alright, so that's the first fight. It was relatively easy. Nothing really special. He decided to try to end turn my team. My team teleported out and just killed them all. Alright, on to the second one. So this one has double Nagas, the mythic unit for Astra that gives you score. Already I can see an issue. She doesn't have a seal here. Ellie Wood here does not have a seal either. And Surtur doesn't have one either. And he has a plus 10 Surtur. So this guy definitely has been playing for a good while, because Surtur has not had a rerun banner in a long time. I think I only seen him once after I joined the game, and this guy has him plus 10, but he doesn't seem to know that he's supposed to put sacred seals onto his units before going into battle. A big goof up. And knowing all Surtur players, he is probably going to walk forward and end turn in front of me. Also, just notice, this Surtur is Light Blessed. He's supposed to be Astra Blessed because he has double Naga. You need the Astra Blessing to get the extra bonus. It is Wind Water season, so these 2 work. This Surtur doesn't work though, and he also doesn't have seals. But anyways, let's proceed. So he's probably going to do exactly what I said he's going to do. He's going to walk forward and end turn in front of me, thinking it's going to work. Okay, here comes with his rally. Gets a dance from Azura, so he literally covers like half the map now. But he's just gonna go kill Surtur probably.
You won't escape. Impossible.
And yeah, a lot of people think Surtur is broken at plus 10. Yeah, he's not that broken. He's really not that broken. Like, if you know what you're doing, he's not broken.
Face the future.
Alright, he's gonna dance as Naga.
Cheer up, okay?
And he surrenders. So he might have realized that Naga cannot kill me? 54 against this. And he's not allowed to double because of no follow-up. If anything, he can kill Alm and he'll just like die to like Solf over here, who has the Cloud Mayogi, who does extra damage to dragons. But another thing why I switched this team out is, as you can see, after they all are done attacking, they all group up into like a little ball here, so that they all just group up together like around Azura, so they can all get buffs off each other. Alright, so that's the second fight. Here's another one. This one has Thrasier. I don't know why Thrasier is here, outside the fact that she is the bonus unit, but instead of bringing Thrasier, you could have just brought the Astra, who was a free unit that we were all given that can be your bonus unit for the season. Okay, so this is one Naga. This is Azura. This is Azura's plus 4. Naga. And he has Camilla over here. Light Blessed, as you can see. So she doesn't belong here, but she should be Astra Blessed. And Fiorm, also Light Blessed. Don't know why she's here. But yeah, she's using her staff. So she has this very unique staff where if anybody has less HP by 3 than her, they get hit by isolation. And isolation says you cannot be the target of a assist skill, like a rally, and you cannot be danced. So by lining up here with my Alm is not allowed to do his usual play. But I also make sure that Sylvia has a ridiculous amount of HP so that she can actually combat any of those Fiorm staffs, which is going to call it the Brawl Staff, because I'm not going to try to pronounce that thing. With 64 HP, she has just enough to sneak by a fully buffed Fiorm. I think a fully buffed Fiorm goes close to 66 or something like that. Because if you had two Nagas and the Naga buffing her, she would be at 62 right now, and then she already has this HP speed and HP attack. So yeah, she goes to like 66, I think, at max. Maybe a little higher if she was fully merged, so maybe like 68. So Sylvia needs to be 66 to block her staff, which I'm going to eventually do. But anyways, enough talking about that. Let's get to the fight.
We can see this through.
So he looks like he wants to try to set up with Thras here. Okay, so I got hit by his tactic room because these merges are killing me. I really need to give her more merges because she's getting caught by a lot of things. But anyways, so this whole column here is hit by the tactic room, so they only can move one space, and this column here is getting hit by the Brawl Staff, so I'm not moving there either. But in retaliation, I have hit them all with Panic, coming from Sylvia. So if anyone has less HP than Sylvia and is standing next to someone, they get hit by a panic. So all their buffs get reversed. Alright, let's see what happens. So he's going to try to challenge Seliph, who is my not one-hit KO tank. And then he hit us with Gravity. So everybody, more or less, cannot move beyond one step. Unless they get Dance. And the debuff gets removed. As you will see right here.
Come on, show me a smile.
So you might have been questioning how Delphia did that, because I told you she got hit by Gravity and the Tactics room down here. She has this nice buff you can see down here in her corner under the 4 called Ground Orders that Azura's giving her. Right, click it right here. So as you can see, Ground Order says any units are adjacent to this unit gets the buff where they can move to any space adjacent to any ally within 2 spaces. So as you can see, she was standing here on the left hand side of Sylvia. 2 spaces beyond that is Seliph right here. So she could teleport to anywhere Seliph is. So she teleported to the right side. Even though she only has 1 movement, she is allowed to teleport like that. So this is the next layer trick that I added to the team to prevent stupid things like this. And same thing here, he could teleport. So there's 3 units who can teleport through Ground Orders. And then there's another 3? Yeah, 3 units that can teleport through Wings of Mercy, which is anyone who goes low on each. They can teleport to anyone who went low on HP. So this one, she also survives literally thanks to being a bonus unit, because if she wasn't a bonus unit, she'll have 10 less HP and 4 less defense. She would have died to soul from 1 hit there. And then they give up. See, even though I was under like a gravity staff and all this movement restriction, my team still bunched up together next to each other, so that it's not easy to kill one of them and get away with it. Alright, that's another fight now. Okay, let's see. That one was this one here. So, next one. Alright, so let's see. This is Versa. Astra Blessed, so that's correct. Reinhardt here. Astra Blessed. Correct. Naga is here, and Naga is here. So, they're most likely going to try to end turn me also with this Nagi. So, here's the thing. Nagi is a bonus unit this season. She's also a super strong tank, because, she's an armor. And here's her giant wall of text that she has for her weapon. Allow me to summarize it really quickly. It more or less just says her cooldown is reduced by 1. She does extra damage to dragons. She does extra damage to colorless units. And colorless units do less damage to her. And she reduces any AoE type of effect damage by 80%. And also, she attacks anyone with a range of 2 or greater with adaptive damage, meaning she'll either hit your defense or your res, depending on which one is lower. So she has to pick and choose what she hits. Normally, she hits you on res, but if you have 2 range or more, she can. Or there's only 2 range in this game. So yeah, if you have 2 range, she can hit. She can hit either or, whichever one is the lowest one. But yes, as you can see, she has a monstrous 67 HP, 61 attack. Her speed is abysmal, but she's the armor unit, so it doesn't matter. 50 defense and 45 resist. It's like you're not seeing this wrong. This is a monstrous tank. But it's not going to go well for them.
How's this?
So he tries to run away to get to safety, rallies. Azora dances.
See this through.
And he goes after Nagi.
For the future.
So as you can see, if Nagi was able to kill this scenario would be completely different.
That'll cheer you up.
But she instead took, I believe it's Bullfighter. Let me double check that. But whatever, Reinhardt dies here. He's a fly unit, archers do bonus damage. He was bound to die. 1 second. Yeah, so she took Special Fighter, which reduces her cooldowns. Maybe if she took a different fighter, she might have been able to kill Alm. But she also got hit by Attack Smoke? Or something is... Oh, she got hit by Geishin, which is reducing her attack by 7. But yeah, so this team is going to get picked off because my team is now ignoring Nagi. They're just teleporting to where Alm is, and they're going to pick off her allies first.
I'll defeat you. That's how.
So this was a pretty meaningless attack, but retreating was not an option for them either, so I don't even know why they continued. They could have just surrendered, because they already could see that Naga was definitely no match to Soph, and Nagi here is gonna die.
Cheer up, okay? I'm sorry.
But in future fights, you are going to see that Nagi is still a monster to be reckoned with if done properly. So this team is another one that does not have whatchamacallit, Naga. So everyone's just a mix and match. So light season units. I was thinking I would not get these people by pushing further, but I guess it was a reverse effect, but whatever. I don't even know what this comp is, because they have a horse unit here with Barblade, which is a Blade Tome. They have Marita here, who is a Gale Force unit, and then they have Faye here, who's a tank. And there's like a random miscellaneous air. I don't know what this team is. But yeah.
We can see this through.
So that's the one thing I didn't understand. They're going to try to tank me with Laura Shao. I understand she has really high res, but they do notice that she only has 30 defense, right? She has 30 defense, and my team is primarily physical. I only have one real magic attacker here. So I have no clue what they're doing here. And the worst part is, the magic attacker is actually going to attack and kill.
We can see this through.
Alright, Marita's definitely going to kill Alm. And then she's going to trigger her Gale Force, and she's going to take one more person down. So that looks like a good start, obviously. Granted, though, they did sacrifice one unit to me for, like, no reason. And here is where I get upset again, that I missed the kill by 3, which is technically maybe a merge or two. But it's fine. Salif is going to pick up the slack here and kill her.
Father, forgive me. on, show me a smile.
So that's the thing about this team. After you get around the beginning issue of these massive
Cheer up, okay?
nukes that are coming your way, you still have to deal with Seliph, who cannot be killed in one shot unless he is under 50% HP. And when he retaliates, he is going to hit very hard. So there is a challenge there. So this is Seliph plus 2 dancers versus the world. It's about to be Seliph plus 1 dancer versus the world.
A merciful death.
So it's looking pretty good for him, right? Because, you know, he has an advantage of units against me. But the issue is, though, he already did lose 2 already. But if he really is trying to finish the game, he looks like he's in a good position to do it.
Until the end.
Though, Seliph is not a pushover.
Come on, show me a
So I've been
smile.
thinking about switching Seliph's special from his current one, which is Bonfire, which does damage.
I will protect.
It does extra damage equal to his defense, over to Ruptured Sky, which does more damage depending on the enemy's attack, and it does even more damage if they're a dragon or a beast. I thought about it because, as you're going to see right now, I believe this is the fight where we run into like Nagis, and it's just like, oh god. So this is Nagi done right, even though he doesn't have Naga here for his blessing. So as you can see, Nagi, this is her bonus unit stats, being buffed up by Azura. So Azura is going to give her +6 more, +6 to all stats because of her prayer wheel. And on top of that, she's friends with Corrin here. And Corrin is also well known for being one of the best support units, completely free to play. He gives her 4 stats to the ally that he is attached to. And then he also has these Drive Res and Drive Defense. There's another 3 to resist, 3 to defense. So giving her a whopping 14 to all stats, and then it's like 17 to defense, 17 to resist. And then if you actually had 2 Nagas in the mix instead of this random Air and this random Ellie would, this Nagi would have another 6 defense and another 10 HP. So she would have had 66 HP. God knows how, what was it, 56 defense. And then she catches another, 7? So she goes to like, well into like the 60 something, 70 zone. And her resistance will be ridiculously high too. Her resistance is like 50 something, close to 60. So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. She's like the bonus unit, and I'm really going to have to work on my team a little bit to make sure I can kill
Cheer
her.
up, okay?
And then she also has advantage against colorless units, and as you can see on my team, I run 2 colorless units. And then my other nuker, which is the mage, is blue, and Nagi is green. So it's very inconvenient for me, and it's something I'm gonna have to fix. But as instead of getting a total defeat, instead decides to go kill Azura, which is a wise decision.
All must die.
See, if the AI wasn't so bad, we could maybe have killed Nagi, but still no. And then this Nagi is not a bad player on the grounds that he took Soul instead of Aether. The other guy before took Aether, which is a 5-turn cooldown, which turned to 4 thanks to Nagi's ability. But with Soul, she cuts the cooldown from 2 to 1, and her attack is already so high that she just almost instantly heals back to full.
You must be stopped.
come to this.
See, she heals on every other hit. That's how disgusting it is. And like, and Soph here, who has advantage against her because the Myogi, cannot kill her because she is protection from colorless. She does more damage to them and it takes less from them. So this is just a slaughter on my side. I get slaughtered by them. Because, you know, Nagi is just ridiculous. And then on top of it, he had Azora and Korin buffing her. The only consolation prize from this is that I killed one of his units and reduced the amount of lift that he gets, which already is low because he doesn't have Naga.
Must be stopped. This time, it's over.
Though it is kind of funny how long she's taking to kill Sylvia. It's because Sylvia has high res and low defense, but because she's attacking at melee range, Sylvia only takes resistant damage, and then Nagi just can't kill her fast enough. It's kind of funny, but you know, obviously I lost this fight.
This time, it's over.
Actually, no, my mistake. I said Soul is a 2-turn cooldown. My mistake. Soul is a 3-turn cooldown skill, and it's being cut down this fast because she has Special Fighter, which whenever I attack her, she lowers the cooldown by 1 extra, so it gets chopped by 2 each time. So it's a 3 cooldown skill that gets turned to 2 cooldown because of her ability, her weapon, and then taking 1 hit turns it from 2 to 0. So she fires it every time. So yeah, that's what a Nagi looks like. I believe these last 2 are also Nagis. Oh no, this is Bike. If you remember Bike and Lucina from the first fight, this is what a +10 Bike looks like. And this is what a Lucina looks like when she has double drive res and being fully buffing people with their right blessings and stuff. Look at these stats. Yeah, 62 HP, 67 attack, and 57 defense. It's ridiculous. So he realizes he has to split away from Bike here because Sylvia has sudden panic and I'm panicking him.
Cheer up, okay?
And then they always make that general mistake where they don't realize that Alm actually reaches really far, and I get at least 1 kill on them. Because Alm is just going to pick someone off by running down the lane. See, you see his range. It's almost the whole map. There's not too many safe spots. But here you can see the ridiculousness of Ike. Ike hits like a truck. He takes like no damage.
I'll defeat you. With gratitude. I will never yield.
And then now I'm still not hurting him. It's like,
With gratitude.
see, the issue here is Sylvia did over 5 damage, which causes the AI to go attack. If Sylvia did not have the attack, she would have danced and then might have been able to either finish off Ike or reach for Naga. But the AI worked against me in that one. Alright, and this is the final match. I believe it was also a Nagi. Yeah. So instead of using Korin, this one swapped out for Kaden, which is more or less the same thing, kinda not really, because Kaden is not a free-to-play unit, but also he requires himself to get buffs, which he then transfers to his allies. But of note, this weapon here, the Witchy Wand, is the bane of my team. It comes only on Halloween Mia, who is a holiday unit, very exclusive weapon, where to ignore all of his general attacks, whoever she attacks and the units around them, it resets their cooldowns. So, you know, my team with the infantry pulse, where our cooldowns go from max to 0, one hit of the Witchy Wand resets the whole thing. So it literally ignores my whole infantry pulse. Okay, let's just take a look, make sure everyone... So this one is Dark Blessed. Maybe he ran out of Astra Blessings, but yeah. Most of his team is Astra Blessed, except for this, which is kind of weird. But yeah, here we go. Maybe he thought he wouldn't run into a infantry pulse team, but then made this team just in case. Not sure. But here you go. Comes in. So everyone got their cooldowns reset, except for Alm, who was hiding in the corner. For that situation, he sacrifices Veronica to do that. In my opinion, he should have found a way to maybe get Eliwood close enough to there so that he can get her out of there. But we now get to witness the power of a bonus Nagi. She killed my arm by 2 HP. There's nothing I can do about that. He can't get any more HP. So, yeah. And then at this point, we don't even hurt him. Or her. We can't hurt Nagi anymore.
This time, it's over.
Okay.
So over here, Soph is making a wise decision of trying to hunt down Naga here instead of going after Nagi, because he definitely knows he can't beat Nagi.
Until the end.
So I'm not sure if I gave him Ruptured Sky there would have made a difference, It probably wouldn't have killed her, but it might have put her low. So that is something I'm considering still. Because, you know, I have to give him a byleth to get Rupture Sky. And then now there's not much to see. It's just they're gonna pick off Soph and then they leave my 2 dancers behind. I may have to use some anti-Nagi technology in my setup.
I will finish what I started.
So he's trying to ignore Azura as long as he can, so he can get the Aether Pods. It's probably gonna take him a turn or 2 if he wants them all. Yeah, because Naga's gonna get. Oh, so he doesn't even want the other one. He only wants one.
See you on the other side.
So yeah, that was all the fights. I did not expect to get hit in a row like that. Usually when something like this happens, it means that you're not going to get attacked that often on the following days. So yeah, guys, if I get more fights, I'll show you guys. But yeah, for now, this is the most extreme I ever had. Alright guys, till the next video. Bye.